The question is, a little later in August, they'll have joint practices with the Bears. And forgive me, I'm forgetting the other team. Who's the other one they're going to?
New Orleans.
New Orleans. Do you like joint practices? And should the Patriots specifically have joint practices?
So I
with other
understand
teams?
why Bill Belichick does it. It breaks up the monotony of training camp, lets you look at a different team, tackle someone other than your teammates. But if I'm Bill Belichick, the smartest guy in the room, the smartest organization of the 32 NFL teams, why am I allowing our competitors to even sniff at what we do that makes us so successful? I remember a Redskin player when the Patriots went down to Richmond, Virginia, I think it was 2 summers ago now, to practice with the Redskins, saying, oh, God, they're totally different. Like, just running from one drill to another, everyone's full speed where maybe the Redskins weren't. So I think a lot of it's effort and structure and timing and organization, but even stuff like that, I think, why let another team, like, peek into what you do?
I pretty much disagree with everything you just said.
All right.
I think that the Patriots absolutely should do joint practices. Obviously, for the stuff you mentioned, it breaks up the monotony of training camp. It adds some spice to the competition that you see every day, and you can learn something about your players. But, you know, there's other very good reasons that they should partake in these joint practices. Namely, you know, you get a look at guys that you might want to acquire down the road. You see how they approach practice. I think Akeem Hicks was a guy that when they had a joint practice with the Saints, I think a few years ago, they got to look at him. He caught their eye, and then boom, he's a big member of a Super Bowl winning team. Or was he on that team? He was a big member of the team last year when he was here. So I don't think he was on the Super Bowl team, but he was a big piece to the team last year. So that's a guy that they came to know during a joint practice. And the other thing is, you could learn something from other coaches, whatever.
True.
But if you want to know about the Patriots, I don't think joint practice, first of all, they're not showing their entire hand. And second of all, if you want to learn about the Patriots, baby, they have books. They have other ways that you can learn.
Did you just call me baby?
For example, if I did, I didn't mean to. Steve Kerr, head coach of the Golden State Warriors, just talked about how he read a book on the Patriots which talked about the philosophy they have, the way they do business, the way they run the organization. So if you want insight into how the Patriots
Rain book was great.
It wasn't that book. It was Chris Price, WEI.com. It was his book. I forget the name of the book. But
I tell you what you said, learning about other teams too. I give Bill Belichick credit for always still learning at his advanced age, being in the league for so, like the play, the stacking the multiple linemen. He got from, what was it, Urban Meyer or an Alabama game he saw on an SEC network or whatever. So I think, you know, maybe Bill's still learning and picking stuff up from other teams too. So I think that's good he does that.